Offense out now to get us started. It's 1st and 10. Here's Derrick Henry getting it on the ground. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that first down play. That's a nice quick correction for this front, Brock. Give up the big play and then get a little back on the very next one.
Exactly the kind of response you want to see from your defense. You got to forget about the big play for now and stay focused on that next snap.
First play of the drive lost a yard. Need to get it back and some change here. 2nd down. Pass him on the quick hitter. And it's good yardage, but they tackle him short of the sticks.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, give your quarterback a chance.
To the line. Here's 3rd and 3. Working out of the gun, it's Purdy. Made the throw as he was getting hit, Brock, and it's incomplete. And partner, I think we just got to look at what's going to be one of their biggest challenges in this one, operating quick enough to neutralize that pass rush.
That's right, and I know it's very, very early, obviously the opening drive, but hits like that compound. That's why defenses stress it each and every week to get after the quarterback, because hits like that can have an effect throughout.
Begins his return at the 16. He gets his offense in better field position here to start. Up close to the 30.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Ready up. Seattle getting everybody set. They've got 1st and 10.
Let's go. Ready.
Kenneth Walker gets it for the first time. He swarms in the middle. This gets maybe a yard. Brought to a stop there by the 11th pick in the draft this past spring, Mykel Williams. And Brock, this is a rivalry that's so relatively new by comparison, right? They've only been division opponents since '02, but the mutual dislike, maybe even hatred, is it's that of a much longer series, thanks to that short stretch where they were each other's biggest obstacles to reaching that Super Bowl.
A lot of stars during that time, too, Cade. Harbaugh, Carroll, Sherman, Russell, 49ers loaded with talent as well. And maybe short-lived, but there's a lot of vitriol between the two.
They gain 11 on that play, and that means a fresh set of downs for Seattle.
Ready. 18 Cardinal. 18 Cardinal.
Running left, here's Walker. And he gets a few on the plunge forward.
You know, Kate, these are some of the little hidden plays in a game. It doesn't look like a whole lot on the stat sheet, but A, it gets you good yardage, B, it sets up your play action, and C, most importantly, keeps that defense guessing.
Come up after that 4-yard gain. It's 2nd and 6.
Red. 60 Eagles. 60 Eagles. Let's go.
Staying with Walker. He's going to get this one into enemy territory to the 47. They come through with a nice gain there. Gain of 10, 1st down.
I call that a table setter right there. Table setter for yourself as a team in that huddle, gaining confidence on the ground, and you know that's going to set the table for some great play action pass to come.
Here's 1st and 10 from the 47.
Come on, come on.
They'll run for the first time with their rookie from Michigan. And he sneaks this through the middle, maybe a gain of 2.
Hey, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
60 traffic. Crack all 80. 60 average. 60 average.
From the gun, Milrow. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. His first target doesn't lead to his first catch. So it'll be 3rd down.
I think that was a throw, Kate, that just came a little bit too late. What it did is it gave that defense time to come up and deliver a pop and knock the ball loose before he could secure it fully.
Defender arrives right as the ball does, and a hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Just couldn't hang on through the contact. So they're left facing a 4th down. The Seahawks calling for a timeout. They're first to 3. And after using an early one, 2 left for him to spend. Wow, they must really trust this guy's range. He's out for what would be a very long field goal. We better get all of this one. It's got a ways to go. And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And that'll mark their first appearance in our scoring summary today.
I'd say all in all, that's the exact type of start this team was looking for. 2 possessions in, they've got the lead. A little early momentum with that field goal.
Okay, well, that one's over the 20, the landing zone, and almost everything else we got here today. So that football coming out to our 35-yard line. Great starting spot here for the 49ers. They're headed up first and 10. Henry gets it here to start the drive. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that first down run.
When you rush the passer, it's kind of like tracking down a runner. That same pass, same athleticism comes to life. He looked pretty good hunting his prey right there.
First down run netted him nothing. Here is second and 10. Shotgun snap for Purdy. Looking this fullback now. And they'll take him down at the 43-yard line.
It's always nice to see teams still employ a fullback. I love rewarding the big guy with some touches during a game. They earn those looks. That was a well-run route, and he showed some soft hands to bring it in.
Third and just 2 to go.
Here we go. Here we go.
Zone read, they'll hand off to Henry. And he's tackled with a first down yardage. Pick up a 5 on that play. And that means it'll be first down San Francisco.
49er, first down. First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Get set. Get set. Up.
Another run for Henry. And they take him down after just a small gain on the final play of the first. A quarter down, 3 more to go for these NFC West opponents. The Seahawks with an early lead. Back to Levi Stadium right after this. We're back, and it's 49ers football as we resume. They have second and 9 for their first play. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose, incomplete. Tough one to retain through that hit. And things look tougher now with third and long.
That's a throw at this level. With so much speed and length, you got to be real careful. Rarely do you find a clean window down the middle. Got to be absolutely perfect, and it wasn't there.
So after that prior incompletion, it's third down.
Get set. Get set.
Third and long for him here. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that sack brings the offense to fourth down. Thomas Morstead heading back out for the punt. Seahawks with Torrey Horton back deep to return this. And they'll get to this one right around, no, actually exactly at the 15-yard line. Seahawks just about set. Here's first and 10. We go play action here. It's Milrow. Completes. It's Horton. And he is persuaded to go out of bounds just as he gets this up past the 30-yard line. He picks up 15 on the play. And that gives the Seahawks the first.
Good offenses. Okay, good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted them. They wanted them on a route in space where he could make that initial play comfortably, and then go to work after it.
And in the hands of Horton, complete. And they're going to bring him down just a moment before he's able to break it across midfield. The end result there, 15 yards and a first.
Move the chains! Gotta move them chains! Build momentum. Keep that defense on its heels.
Okay.
First and 10 now from the 46.
Liking 18. 18. Run. Steady.
Off the play fake, Milrow. Headed out right. Makes the catch, but does not do it in bounds. Looks like he came down on that sideline. Second down coming up.
The lack of points and the lack of yards have just gone hand in hand here in the first half, and they both really trace back to the same root cause, an inability to consistently find and exploit any opening in what's been a very sound defensive game plan.
They've got a man in motion. This is Walker on second. Rolling into enemy territory. And a great play is brought to an end as this one reaches the 35-yard line. That play goes for 19 and a new set of downs.
Danger, Kicker. Danger, I say. You get this guy in the open field, and he is dangerous to take it to the house.
All set to go now from the 35.
Let's go. 19, Charger, 19.
Here's Milrow, first and 10. He gets it complete to Kenneth Walker. And they'll stand him up and sit him down at the line.
I know coordinator, quarterback going to be upset with that first down because you call a screen on first, you're thinking stay ahead of schedule. Even a minimal gain to stay on pace, but instead, the defense creates a negative play and sets them back behind the sticks.
Everyone's prepped. It's second down now.
Cougar 19. Steady.
Takes the handoff. Now to throw. He rolls to his right. He's running with it. And he's out of bounds just short of the 30.
Well, you don't get the first down, but I'll tell you this, Kate, that drives the defense and the defensive coordinator nuts. They do everything right. They win, and yet still QB makes something out of nothing.
Seventh play of the drive. They've been moving it well. This is 3rd and 6.
Pass to 60. Ready.
Throw here, 3rd down. Escapes the pocket. Oh, he's going to run for it. And he's going to have this one down to the 20. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the first down. Quite a defensive battle, Brock, that we have got so far as we've reached our 2-minute warning. More football from Levi Stadium in just a moment.
7 Pirates. 7 Pirates.
Orton the motion man. Walker on first down. And this one's going the wrong way. Nice win for that defense as they send it backwards. The line between safeties and linebackers gets real blurred on plays like that, Brock. He handled that one just like a Mike would have.
Yeah, if injuries were to ever crop up, Kate, I bet he could handle the linebacker spot for them as well. Just tremendous diagnosis in that run support.
And a nice game here, but it stopped short of the first.
I know that completion doesn't move the chains, but I love it nonetheless. You make sure that defense is aware of every eligible player going out, and this time it was out of the backfield with a running back that shows he's adept at catching it as well.
49ers with an extra defensive back out there for this 3rd down play. Shotgun now for Milrow. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. We get a timeout here taken by the 49ers. That's going to be their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
And it's 4th down.
Jason Myers out there now to try and field goal for the Seahawks on 4th down. 1 for 1 so far. This is from 40. Myers' kick is good. And another field goal makes it 6-0 for them.
Okay, one of the areas that kickers and quarterbacks are similar, they want to get into rhythm. And no better way to field goal than get into that rhythm and start a game 2 for 2 as a kicker.
On now is Dixon to kick this one away. On the return, here's Rodgers. And this drive will start inside the 25.
The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
49ers to the line. 1st and 10.
Get set. Get set.
From the gun is Purdy. He'll get it to Brandon Ayuk. He is stopped as he reaches that 46-yard line. San Francisco calls it second timeout. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half. Great start to this drive. They're up in the neighborhood of midfield after just one play. First down throw by Purdy. This one's out to Pearsall on the left side. And this goes across midfield and into Seahawks territory. 49ers moving quickly, trying to get their offense to the line. Purdy gets this from the pistol. It's taken in by Kendrick Bourne. And he's taken out of bounds as he gets it down near the red zone. This one goes for an even 25 yards. And that gives the 49ers the first.
You know, it sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap first down.
Purdy throwing here on first. And he brings it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. The 49ers get their first point to this game just before halftime. It's a Brandon Ayuk touchdown. Point after from Pinheiro is up and good. And they'll take the lead.
Niners 7, Seahawks 6.
Now Pinheiro on to handle the kickoff. And he just sends this out and over the end zone, so no threat of a return. They're going to spot the ball up at the 35 to begin this drive. They'll begin this drive with barely over 25 seconds left.
18 runners, 18 runners.
First down throw here from Milroe. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Elijah Arroyo the target on that throw. So that brings up second down.
Fairly safe to say as that one falls incomplete this first half so far, it's not met the standard they set for themselves.
Following the incompletion, we stay at the 35. It's second and 10.
19 sight, 19, 18, 60 Bobcat, 60 Bobcat. Trap 60, trap 60. Ready.
Milroe from the gun. Short pass brought in. And he's going to be driven out by a defender just before he can get it up to midfield. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the first.
It sure seemed like he knew exactly where he was going with that right off the snap.
A gain of 13 yards.
That ball's on the 48. Here we go. First down.
Here we go. Stop.
Throwing now off the play action. That is incomplete. Down to 13 seconds left. Tried to find Elijah Arroyo. And we'll see what they do here on second down.
That's what I call complimentary defense right there. That pressure by the group up front, that leads to the incompletion and to the benefit of that secondary.
Milroe throwing again now on second down. Finds him over the middle. And he is stopped with authority there, but that stop came later than they'd like as he gets a good bit in that first down. Timeout called by the offense, and with another timeout available, they could actually get another 2 plays if they were quick. Not much time left in the half, so the kicking team out on first down. Just before halftime, we get a timeout ticket. For the third time today, we see them setting up for a field goal. It's from the right hash, 46 yards. Myers' kick is good, and they've taken back the lead.
A field goal, to me, it's all about optics. Down by a little or up by a little. And either way, Kate, they know they got to raise their game in the second half.
Time left for maybe a return plus a play here as they send this away. So it's a touchback on the kickoff, and we're going to get one final snap here in the half.
At their own 35-yard line.
Probably looking at our final snap of the half here on first down. Final throw before the break. It isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. Now the Seahawks are going to spend their third and final timeout. And that's all they've got for what little remains of this half. All right, this is going to be the play that takes us to halftime. Looks like that last play convinces them to keep this one on the ground. And he has a decent gain on what's going to be the final play of the half. Now Pinheiro on to handle the kickoff. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this second half. We've got a touchback. And into the line, the Seahawks in a good spot as they prepare for this 1st and 10. First play of the drive. Here's Walker. The stop is made just before he's able to reach that midfield strike. That's going to go as a gain of 13 yards. And that means a fresh set of downs for Seattle.
Well, more often than not, it's the passing game that's asked to go from first down to first down in just one play. You get that big play potential on the ground. Jeez, it just infuses your offense with confidence.
Here we go.
Going to the ground again on first. And I don't think he got beyond the line there. Yep, no gain on the play. It's going to be second down. That one felt kind of counterintuitive there, Brock. They load up the line with that extra blocking, and then the run goes out to the edge anyway.
That's right. You put 2 tight ends on the field, yeah, you can live with a stalemate. It's hard to move people in the NFL, but you do not want to go backwards.
Quick throw to the left is complete. And he's going to be persuaded out of bounds right at that 40-yard line. Give him 13 on that play. And that gives the Seahawks the first.
First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Walker now from the gun. And they'll manage to contain him after about a 6-yard pickup. Down by Fred Warner.
Really good patience right there. It's hard to do for runners in this league because these holes close up so fast. But he was patient. He was explosive. Got a nice little gain on the ground.
Run picks up 6, so that means it's 2nd and 4. Taps it quick to the receiver coming across. Across the 20, continuing to work. There it is, touchdown Seattle. The Seahawks grow the lead coming out of halftime. So sensational work by the skill man there, Brock. Anytime you can make your quarterback look that good, you know he appreciates it.
That's a quarterback's best friend, no question. But on the other side, gosh, defensively, you got to get that skill player down. Period. End of story. You can't give up that much yards after catch.
49ers 7. Michael Dixon, the kickoff for Seattle.
On now is Dixon to kick this one away. And that one flies right on past the end zone. Did not make an effort to even hit the landing zone, Brock. So they're going to gift him a drive starting at the 35. The 49ers find themselves in a great starting spot here. 1st and 10 coming up. Here's Purdy to throw. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete.
Yikes. As that pass falls to the ground, Kate, you kind of just sense their desperation. It's just kind of oozing out of them. Running out of time to start connecting on more of these and really break open the scoring in a way they just have not been able to do so far.
Following the incompletion, we stay at the 35. It's 2nd and 10.
Get set. Stop.
Here's Henry running left. And he takes it ahead for about 4 yards. It's 3rd down.
Fans love the long ball in baseball. It's like they got the home run derby. But you know what? Talk to managers, and they will tell you small ball can win too. Singles and doubles, you add them up, you could win a lot of baseball games. Football coaches will tell you, you get runs of that length, it may not be a home run, it may not score points, but it can do some serious damage.
About set. This is 3rd and 5. They're going to throw out of the gun. Pass pulled in by Henry. And he made a bid for midfield there, but stopped at his own side at the 49. Give him 9 on that play, and it's enough for the first.
Hey, Kate, they don't rightly care who it's going to go to in that situation. All they really care about are the results on 3rd down. And that's exactly the result they needed. Enough to keep this drive moving.
Ball just a yard shy of midfield. 1st and 10. Henry running to the left. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that 1st down play.
These linebackers of today, they are so quick. They're so twitchy. You don't get a body on them in a hurry, they're going to stick you right at the line of scrimmage.
Now nothing doing on the last run. It's 2nd and 10. Now it's Purdy. Ooh, not a good throw there. They're going to make the interception. Picked off by Devin Witherspoon. And the Seahawks are going to have it after his 2nd interception of the season.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 45-yard line.
The Seahawks in good field position to start this drive off as they head up to the line. 1st and 10. Drive begins with a Walker run. And he'll be met near the line to limit the gain to a yard. Stopped that time by someone who collects tackles and all-pro nods every season, Fred Warner.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Can lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on 2nd.
Right side, quick pass, complete. And he's down inside the 40 before he's escorted out. They pick up 14 yards on that one. And that means a fresh set of downs for Seattle.
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he got it, going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
So fresh set of downs now from the 39. They'll run. First give to Zach Charbonnet. And there's the stop, but he's got 9 yards on 1st down.
Well, that doesn't net a 1st down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
It's 2nd and inches.
After a quality effort on the last play, just really need to fall forward here to pick up that 1st down.
60 Eagles! 60 Eagles! 77 Wolves! Let's go!
Throwing out to the left. Got him! And they get this down to the 12-yard line before being stopped. They get 18 yards out of it and a new set of downs.
Nice to see that connection, that chemistry working between the two of them.
A gain of 18 on the play. 1st down.
All right, they look set now. Here we go, 1st and 10.
70 Lions! Ready! 19!
They'll go with Walker on the counter. Trying to make it happen, but no luck. This goes backwards on 1st down.
He gets taken down behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of 2 brings up 2nd and 12.
Only 1 quarter remaining now in these teams' regular season. It's the Seahawks with it, currently with a not quite so comfortable lead. They break the huddle. It's 2nd down now.
Let's go now!
Throwing now, Milrow. There's a screen out for Walker. Breaks a tackle. He's still going. And he's short of the 1st after a mild gain.
That's a defense's goal, right, Kate? Just get us to 3rd down so we can have a chance to get off the field. And that was a good adjustment on that stop in particular. When the back ended up being the target, and they were able to keep him short of the sticks.
And he carries it in for the touchdown. The Seahawks could lock away the win as they make it a 15-point game.
I have a little sense, Kate, that equipment manager is going to find a way to keep that football for this QB. Yeah, he was a dual-threat guy in college, but that's his first in the NFL using his legs.
Myers gets the point after the go. And the Seahawks take a 16-point lead. On now is Dixon to kick this one away. And he got all of that one out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
Great starting spot here for the 49ers. They're headed up 1st and 10.
Get set, get set.
Play action now with Purdy. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Ball and defender arrived at the exact same time there. So it's 2nd down coming up. Looking out of the gun, it's Purdy. This is reeled in by Juwan Jennings. And he's tackled after getting this to the opposing 46. They get 19 on that pickup. And that means it'll be 1st down San Francisco. Moving quickly, trying to get set.
1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Purdy on 1st down. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. No luck finding George Kittle in that one. So it'll be 2nd down. Part of what's earned him status, Brock, is one of the league's better tight ends. Are those hands, right? His dependable hands. So shouts to the defense there because he wasn't able to hang on that time.
Kate, it's one thing for these defenders to separate a receiver from the ball, but to do so on a stud tight end, that's big time.
Purdy now on 2nd and 10. Completed over the middle. And he's going to be stopped, but not before he gets it down to the 14. Wow, they get a big old 32 yards out of that play, as well as a new set of downs. And there's the hurry up here.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
In the red zone now. This is Cox going right back to Pearsall. And he'll go down shy of the end zone. They mark him at the 4. Offense up to the line fast.
Complete to Ricky Pearsall.
This is Henry on 2nd. They get 2 on the play, and now they've got 1st and goal. Looking quickly here.
That's another 49er 1st down. 1st and goal at the 2-yard line.
From the gun is Purdy. And he's going to take this in for the San Francisco touchdown. The 49ers can make it a 1-score game as they trim the lead. It's a Brandon Ayuk touchdown. His 2nd scoring catch of the game. No hesitation on that throw. He got the guy he wanted right away, and he got it to him for the touchdown.
You know, it's great, Kate, to draw up plays that have all sorts of different options, but it's even better when you don't have to get to your 2nd read. His first broke open just like they planned, and that's 6 in the end.
Now Purdy leading the offense up to go for 2.
The 49ers will line up for the 2-point
All right, they're going to throw for it. Put the body on the line for his team.
Makes the score Seahawks 23.
Well, I hear you say it all the time, partner. It comes back to that word trust, and they trusted in their offense to go get those 2 points, make this a 1-score game. They do their job. Now one big play can change the entire outlook of this game for them.
Yeah, now it becomes about complementary football. As you said, the offense did their job. Now defense, can you not just get a stop? Can you get a turnover? Maybe take it to the house yourself. Either way, that conversion puts them 1 snap away from a totally different ball game.
All right, that lead cut down to 8 after that score, and the kick is away. And he wasn't chancing a return there, putting it out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
And into the line, the Seahawks in a good spot as they prepare for this 1st and 10.
19 Lions. 18 Cardinal. 18 Cardinal.
They send a man in motion. Hand off to Walker from the gun. And he manages 6 yards to begin this one. We've got 2nd and 4.
Cool thing about a drive starting run like that, Kate, is it really just gives you every opportunity in the playbook, whatever you want to do. But as for me, I like to reward that runner. Give it to him again and see if he can get you a new set of downs.
7 yards on that last play, so this is 2nd and 3.
Go! Cougar 19! Craft all 80! 18, 5 in! Ready, right?
Off the play fake, Milrow. Right side, Shaheed's got it. And they're going to haul him down just shy of the 40. Pick up of 17. And that gives the Seahawks the first.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them the first down.
So first down from the 41.
18 Cardinal! Ready?
Handoff running left, Walker. He's caught just as he crossed the line of scrimmage. Might have picked up a yard. It's going to be 2nd down. They only get a yard that time, and we have reached the 2-minute warning. That's run only gained a yard. That means it's 2nd and 9.
Street! Rapid Warriors, 70! 79 Broncos!
Staying with Walker. Keeps on moving into the red zone. And they take it across the goal line. Touchdown, Seattle! The Seahawks have a commanding 14-point lead now in the 4th. Kenneth Walker, the touchdown.
And that right there is why you continue to feed a running back. Definitely the most we've seen him do with any touch this game, and that is exactly what the doctor ordered.
Going after up and good for Myers. And the Seahawks lead by 15 now.
Michael Dixon, the kickoff for Seattle.
On now is Dixon to kick this one away. Okay, well, that one's over the 20, the landing zone, and almost everything else we got here today. So that football coming out to our 35-yard line. The 49ers find themselves in a great starting spot here. 1st and 10 coming up.
It's that. 18, watch out!
Shotgun snap for Purdy. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. You go middle of the field against zone coverage, Brock. You know this firsthand. You are throwing into rush hour, and there aren't a lot of easy completions to be found in that part of the field.
Yeah, and a lot of those throws, Kate, you're signing your guy up to take some sort of hit. It's on you to protect your guys. Credit that defense for flying around and making the play.
Following the incompletion, we stay at the 35. It's 2nd and 10. Purdy throwing here. He's got Ayuk downfield. And in a blink, they are up to midfield before somebody manages to stop him. A gain of 15 there. And that gives the 49ers the first. And that right there is about the best you could hope for against double coverage. Good chunky yards, and more importantly, Brock, you don't get burned taking a risk.
Yeah, it's really the defense that gets burned, and that is just demoralizing.
And that was probably their last gasp. It's intercepted. Picked up by Devin Witherspoon. And the Seahawks get the football as he makes his 3rd interception of this season.
That's now 2, Kate, that they got him for picks in this game, and he's got to be careful. But you've got to protect the football. It is the greatest treasure you have as an offense. And this defense, well, they've got 2 in their pocket, and you know they're going to be going after number 3.
Trying to finalize Arroyo. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
That just goes to show you can't take any completion for granted, even on some of the shortest passes in the game plan.
No luck on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 10.
Here we go.
They give up the gut to Walker. And they nearly picked up the 1st down with that effort. Ball advances to the 45-yard line.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that first down marker.
Battle coming up on 3rd and inches.
Dragon 6. Ready.
Go play action here. It's Milrow. 49ers closing in, and down he goes. We get a timeout here taken by the 49ers. That's going to be their first. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game. Fourth down punt from the Seahawks, and that means we're going to see Michael Dixon head on to send it skyward. He was only needed twice in last week's win, and he gets this one away. He can't evade the coverage team for much. They stop him before he gets really anything on that return.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 13-yard line.
San Francisco to the line. It's 1st and 10. Not deterred by that pick. He's throwing again. Knocked away. That's going to be incomplete. Defender there. That brings up 2nd down.
You know, it's one thing to tell a quarterback not to telegraph a pass. It's quite another to fundamentally do the right things. You got to use your eyes to move defenders in this league, especially on your primary target.
Nearing the last half minute of play. Now 2nd and 10.
Yellow. 18. Watch out. Yellow.
Purdy looking to throw. It's incomplete. Should have been a catch downfield, but off his hands and to the ground it goes. That throw is looking for Brandon Ayuk. And that's going to leave him with a tough 3rd and long.
Oh, that's a major missed opportunity right there. Coverage can breathe a little sigh of relief. They dodged a bullet. Time to adjust and get some extra help on the back end to take away.
And that was probably their last gasp. It's intercepted. And the Seahawks take over as he records his 10th career INT.
Well, we're watching the defense not just generate turnovers, but really add to them. A return like that, think about it. That's 4 or 5 plays that you just saved your offense from as they try to make that interception, yet another one, count.
And he won't get in. The daylight was there for just a second. They closed just in time to keep him out. It's going to be 2nd and goal.
Got it.
So the Seahawks take this one on the road. And they end the season on a great note, Brock, with a W in the final chapter of this year's campaign. This has been another edition of the NFL on EA Sports. With all our crew here and my broadcast partner, Brock Heward, I'm Kate Scott. The Seahawks winners, as we'll see you next time from Santa Clara.